Good morning, friends. I'm wishing you well from my house, and I hope you're staying well at your house and being kind. Last week we talked about Schubert and Sophie and how sometimes when they had to stay in their houses for so long, they started to have some angry, frustrated feelings. And so today we're going to make a tool to help us make some choices when we're having those feelings. Sometimes it gets really hard when you're frustrated or you're angry to remember that you get to make a choice always. So we're going to make a windmill. And a windmill is a little machine that you can move with just air. You can use the air in your lungs, or you can move it and have the wind blow it. It's really, really cool. So we're going to need a few things today. So you might need to save this project for a different day when you have the tools, or you can just pause the video while you go and find them in your house. You can use different things. I'm just using the things that I found in my house, but I'll show you some different ways to do it too. So we're going to need a piece of paper, any kind of paper. If you have construction paper, you can use that. I just have regular printer paper at my house. That's what I'm going to use. We need a little bit of tape, but you could also use a glue stick or some glue if you have that. I just had some tape. You're going to need a grown-up for this because we're going to use a pin. This is a thumbtack, but you could use a sewing pin or something like that, maybe a tiny little nail. And a pencil. The important part of the pencil for this project is that it has an eraser on the end that is so soft and squishy. We're going to use that to make our windmill. Now to make a windmill, I need a piece of paper that is square. A square has 4 corners. This one has 4 corners, but this isn't a square. What is this? It's a rectangle. I can tell it's a rectangle because 2 sides are long and 2 sides are short. But I want all the sides to be the same. So I'm going to show you a secret trick to make all the sides the same for this. You're going to take the corner down here, get your grown-up to help you, fold it up. And oh my goodness, look, that looks like a triangle and a rectangle. I'm going to even that. And be very careful when I fold it. Now I can see I need to cut. So I'm going to cut the rectangle so it will look for a moment like I have just a big triangle. I did it. I have a triangle. A triangle is different from a square because it has 1, 2, 3 corners and 1, 2, 3 sides. But if I open it up, I'll find that if I put 2 triangles together, I do make a square, and that's what I wanted, a square. A square has 4 sides that are all the same length. That's helpful. Now I'm going to fold it back so I have a big triangle again, 2 big triangles. Then I'm going to fold this triangle in half. I'm going to put these 2 corners to touch. Watch them. There they go. Now look, it's a smaller triangle. I'm going to fold it really good so I can see those lines later. There we go. I'll open it back up, and it's really important that I can see that line. That's what I was trying to find, was the middle, and that's going to be a line of symmetry. That means it's the same on both sides. It's symmetrical. And if I open it up right now, I will see that I used 4 triangles to make 1 big square. So let me fold it in half again. And we're going to need to cut again to make our pinwheel. So I see this line in the middle, our line of symmetry, and I'm going to cut it. You might want a grown-up to draw a line there so you'll know just where to cut. We're going to cut more than halfway, but not all the way to the bottom. So let's see. There we go. Now I want to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to open it and I'm going to fold it the other way. Oh, looks the same, but this side's not cut yet. So again, I'm going to fold it. I'm going to cut more than halfway, but not all the way to the bottom. Ooh, now I have something that looks like this. This is where I'm going to need some tape. So I'm going to fold in every other corner, not all the corners, only 4 of them, because I now have 8. Let me count them. Ooh, they're so wiggly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now I have 8, and I only want to fold 4 of them. Watch what happens when I fold it. I want to fold it into that middle part. And now this part's sticking out. But this right here is going to be so important. I'm not going to squish it down because I want it to catch some air. So I'm going to put a little piece of tape to hold it. And I can go to the next corner. Am I going to do the one right next to it? No, I'm going to skip that one and go to this one. Put a little piece of tape there. Look how helpful that tape is. It's holding those things for me. I'm going to skip this one, and I'm going to fold this one in. I'll skip this one, and I'll fold this one. Ah, we did it. Now it looks like a pinwheel, but we need something to hold it and let it spin, because when I'm holding it like this, I can't let it spin. So that's when we're going to need our thumbtack and our pencil. So what you want to do is have your grown-up use the thumbtack to put a hole right through the middle of this. It's easy to do if you have some carpet or something soft to go through. It's not a good idea to hold it because you might poke a hole in your finger. It would hurt so much. So once you do that, then you'll have a hole in the middle of your pinwheel, and that's where the thumbtack goes. Oh, now it can spin. And then I'm going to take my pencil. I have 2 choices. I can put it on the end of the pencil, which I think is a very good idea. I want to leave some room so it can wiggle, and that'll let it spin. Watch this. Or I can blow on it. I can make it blow just with my breath. I'm going to take a few tries. Or you can put it on the side of the eraser, just like that, and it will spin that way. So remember, we're using the windmill to help us take big, deep breaths. Just like this morning, if you already went on your dragon hunt, she said, "Can you smell my dragon?" And you used your nose and you went, and then you want to blow out. And that's really helpful when we're frustrated. Remember, we want to take some deep breaths so our brain can remember our choices. So if I was feeling frustrated, if my pinwheel, when I was trying to make my pinwheel earlier, it didn't work the first time. I tried to use a few different things and it tore, the paper tore, I didn't cut it in the right spot, it just wouldn't work out. And I felt frustrated. So I remembered to take some deep breaths. I blew them all the way out, and then my brain said, remember, you have a choice. You can take a break, you can ask for help, you can try a different way. And my brain couldn't remember that when I was feeling so angry and frustrated. So we're going to use our pinwheels to help us take those magic deep breaths and let our brain remember our choices that we can make. So you can take a big breath. If you want your pinwheel to go really long, it'll blow for much longer. You take that breath and get as much air as you can. Let's do it. and blow as long as you can. On a windy day, you can take your windmill outside too and have the wind blow it and make it move. And you can also, if you have white paper, decorate and color. You could paint or use crayons to make your windmill look super cool. Right, guys, I wish you well. Hope you have fun.